Alright, I'm gonna show y'all how to fucking... No, excuse my language. I'm gonna show y'all how I hooked up the it's 2005 Yukon. It just has the Bose system in it. More than likely, you'll notice if you have the Bose system, if you have this green thing right here, and in the amp underneath your glove compartment. Sorry for how dirty it is, but so when I was doing this, and it might not happen to everybody, but you can get this this harness right here from Walmart or wherever you want to get it, right? And depending on your application, you'll have additional things to hook up, whatever. Okay, so in order to turn on any radio, you have to have three things. You have to have a ground, you have to have a 12 volt constant, and a 12 volt ignition, which means that 12 volt don't turn on until your car turns on. And I wasn't getting the 12 volt ignition, which is your red wire. Now, how I did this was I wired up a switch, and I'll show y'all my switch. It's right here. This is my switch, and you're going to run, depending on your switch, you're going to run a ground. This middle one is going to be your supply, which you'll hook into your red wire to your radio, and then you'll have a constant. So a ground constant, and then one to your red wire to your radio, and it'll turn on. Now, in order to get your amp to turn on, I seen a guy on the video. All he did was he sent his remote, because your remote tells your amp that, hey, my radio's on. And in order to get any signal, what you'll have to do is, how this system works, from my understanding, is the Bose system will send a signal to your amp and turn on. And what you're doing by here is taking your remote wire and giving it 12 volt constant. It'll always be on. You can run it into your switch wire, which is this red wire, which is probably ideal, but just give it 12 volts, and you'll allow yourself to have the subs in the back. So, and you'll have your back doors, your back speakers as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna pause and show y'all how I wire up this switch here in just 1 second. All right. So on my switch, you'll notice I have the top one, the middle one, and the bottom one. So I have these wires. This wire right here, I had to resplice because it fell off. But so my constant is ran into my yellow wire, and then my ground is ran into the black wires. So my ground is going to be this wire right here. Let me just double check. Yeah, alright, so this is my ground. And it's going to go at the top one, like so. Let's just turn it off. It's not fucking with me right now. So that's going to be my ground. And then I'm going to have a positive. It's going to go at this bottom one. My neighbors are partying fucking hard. I'm gonna grab my needle nose and push that ground wire down more. There it is. Okay. And then this is gonna go here, like so. I just gotta go grab a blue clamp and clamp it down. Actually, I have a red one right there, so I'll probably do that one. So if you want to do this the actual right way and not the lazy man way, you'll go behind your dash and find a 12 volt. When your key turns on, your radio will turn on, and that's essentially what this is supposed to do. But when you go in here and you mess with the security system and the Bose system, it no longer allows that radio to even turn on. So you can go back here and probably find one light or something like that whenever you turn your key on to give it 12 and it's not on constantly. Why I wired this switch is so I can turn it on and off. And I'll come back to y'all as soon as I'm done just putting everything together to show y'all that it actually works. For all you haters, because I know there's gonna be haters, so I'm gonna turn it on. Blue light comes on, radio came on, boom. And I can even show you that it plays. Well, I can't do that, but y'all get it. You can hear it. Yeah, so let me cut this off real quick. I'm just gonna cut it off. So that's how I cut off my radio every time. I'll just flip this button, which you could have just ran it constant and skipped this little extra part and just turned it on and off here. You can't do it now because I have a switch to it, but I didn't want to mess up this button. I'd much rather mess up a $6 switch rather than messing up a $300 button on a radio. So yeah, y'all just let me know if y'all have the same problems or if y'all can show me a better way of doing this. But anyways, y'all have a blessed day. Well, here we go. Turn that hoe on. That bitch came on. Yep, now she's all hooked up. She got something, you know. With somebody who loves